Jo was, in her heart, a humanitarian person, and I remember her as one of the pioneers of championing humanitarian causes, and that's what she did until her death. It's a really, really sad period for personally as a friend as well as for the whole of the country and the international humanity.
قال أولم تؤمن قال بلى ولكن ليطمئن قلبي كمثل حبة أنبتت 7 سنابل في كل سنبلة.
It is a time of reflection, but also a time of training in self-restraint. It's a cycle. What we saw in the nation and in the parliament was unprecedented. People so full of adoration for Jo. Clearly she had touched the lives and hearts of so many. Parliamentarians coming together, setting aside all differences, paying their respects and celebrating the life of one who did so much in such little time and who had such a bright political future.
Have always called us to resist and to control, if not overcome. We should travel in order to return to God in a manner that is pleasing to Him. What we see around the globe in terms of trials and tribulation, of conflict, of war.
Hate and fear have become default positions. In this community and this area, you know all about violence from the right. And as the great English poet John Donne put it 390 years ago.
And I have that 10 o'clock in the evening, so that's a sacrifice I make to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
That humanity can flourish, that can ensure that diversity.
I think it's terribly important to have this kind of evening because it comes when within our society the kind of politics of hate and of fear have been really unleashed. Unleashed first of all in the mayoral election in London, which was just scandalous, and then unfortunately in the EU referendum. And when you see as a counterweight to that, you see a room full of Muslims, Jewish people, Christians, police officers, all kinds of different kinds of British people. That is what London is like. And I think it gives people a lot of confidence and a good feeling that we can overcome this moment of this horrible Islamophobia and racism.
Right. What's your name? Well, my name is... could we come in, please? We have something to share.
Not a lot of people know this, but I think a lot of people in this room know this, that Britain's Muslim communities are the most prolific charity givers. And one of the things that we can give from Tower Hamlets is we can help to destroy this myth, which is epitomised by people like Mr. Trump and others, and which is, I think, epitomised by some of the less charitable people in our society in the UK, which is that there is something wrong about Islam, there is something wrong about communities living and working together. And I think one of our greatest social role in Tower Hamlets is to demonstrate by working together that that is a lie and that is a myth, and that we are a very successful community in which respect, mutual respect, in which understanding each other's faiths, understanding each other's values is a key to success in the East End.
If people love one another rather than hate one another, then world could be a better place. At the end of the day, we have the same vein, same blood, and same hopes and aspirations. All human beings, whether black, white, whether faith or no faith, whether Muslims or non-Muslims. Ramadan reminds us that we are in the same level. It's a leveler, because a very rich person and a very poor person fast in the same way. So it's a total reflective period especially before the breaking of the fast. And I hope people, those who come, feel that we are brothers and sisters in humanity.